Ms. Actually, I really appreciate, the way you have done this course. It was wonderful. And the biggest takeaway for me today was this transformational metaphor, which was excellent, could relate to it a lot. And all the other things, everything was the metaphors, everything was really excellent tools that you can use, in your process.
Wonderful couple of days. It was an experiential journey. That's how I would like to call it. And the way the structure was, the theory, the practice, and the training, all of it in a nutshell was informative and beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And your takeaway?
My takeaway, yes, is the application, the theory part of all of these techniques are definitely going to help me to further deepen my work. So,
all right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
The overall session was really too good, very clear, precise, lot of good explanation with good example. So I really like the overall, the structure, the way it is structured, and then the practicing with the different colleagues here. So got to know them as well in the breakout room. And my takeaway is all the tools, techniques, and the application in a very structured and a formal manner, which I'm sure that I'm going to use it in a very flawlessly manner. So thank you, Ms.
Thank you.
For such a nice session.
Thank you.
After studying psychology in my 11th and 12th and my bachelor's and now in master's, this is the first time someone gave me a session flow, what actually happens in a session. I'm so tired of learning theory. It was really nice to get some tools to actually use. So that's my takeaway from this entire course. Thank you very much.
So wonderful 4 days of transformation again. Every day was a new learning, new techniques. And the techniques of all that we have learned in this the certification course is sure. It was quite effective for me when we were doing this in the breakout practice room. So anxiety, usually that we, as an individual also, we face a lot of problem in our day-to-day life. So if I can help myself with these techniques, I'm surely able to help my clients with this as well.
Then is the best.
When then is the best. Oh yes. So yeah, each technique, each flow has something has definitely brought a little change in me. So I'm really looking forward to execute this techniques with my clients, those who are facing with anxiety issues. So thank you, Ms. Ba.
From today, I really liked the garden metaphor. I think that was really good because it's helpful if you don't want to come forward with everything, your problems all at once. You can just talk about the garden, even though they are related to something else. And it might not even be conscious what everything stands for. And I really like doing that activity with Zilla, and it's a good one to use with clients.
Anything else?
I think all the activities I'll take away definitely, because they all have a use at certain points with different clients. So I feel like everything that we've learned can be used client. So yeah,
voice is breaking. All right.
Thanks for that.
Thank you.
For me, basically, it was my first hands-on practical experience. As right now I'm in third year, so I haven't got any practical experience because of this COVID situation. We are stuck, and we're not going to college and all that thing. So there is no practical experience available. And even it's very nice. I really love my takeaway is transformational metaphor and release metaphor. It was really new to me. I was aware of the when-then statement, and it was very wonderful. So it is also very exciting to know about these techniques and to have a hands-on practical experience or the application. That basically how we do the techniques or process. It was really nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I just want to say a huge thank you. I've enjoyed the whole 4 days, and just again, I think, just to reiterate what other people have said, it's just great to have practical examples rather than just theory. And the transformational metaphor, I think, was my favorite one. It's just so impressive how things maybe do make sense, or even if they don't, it doesn't have to matter. You can it's just a technique that it just flows very nicely and does show quite a lot. So it's really enjoyable.
All right, thank you.
So my experience of these 4 days was like really good. So one thing I really liked about this course was that normally, even when people are telling the techniques, they're just like it's in the form of a theory that they just tell you the steps or do this, do that. But in this, for each and every technique, like we were sent to the breakout room and we actually got to experience it. So that was for me like a really big thing, because I think just like Sanika, I'm also in third year, so like no practical experience. So till the time all the online courses or even internships, they don't actually provide you an opportunity to try it out. So when you're actually trying it out, you understand it a little better. So for me, that was like a huge point. And definitely like transformation metaphor was like beautiful technique, because I was originally like, okay, how will they know that, okay, this object is this problem? Or, this, by doing this, they can actually do that in the real life. So when I actually did it, so I could be like, okay, it works. Like it really works. So that was really nice.
Actually, overall experience was really very nice, and I learned a lot. Okay. So overall experience was really nice, and I learned a lot, and I learned a lot of different techniques, especially to help my clients and me as well. So my takeaway is that now I know how to deal with my anxiety and others' anxiety as well. So thank you, ma'am.
Overall experience was very good. I get to add lots of practical exposure. Like being a third year psychology student, we didn't get much experience on this, and I not only get to practice it, but I also got the experience of all the techniques. In that, release metaphor and London statement were very useful to me. So the overall experience was very amazing. Thank you.
So for me, I think after the internship, this was like a much more practical experience that I could get. Through the internship, yes, we did come across these terms. We did know what they did, but but actually having to practice it made it much more simpler, and I was able to understand all these techniques. For me, when then statements and transformation metaphor will always be there. Like, I don't know, they are like one of my favorite techniques now.
First, a big thank you to you, Ms. Ba. I love the way you teach, because the interest in the course comes from a great teacher. So thank you for being a great teacher just around Teachers' Day. So it begins from there. And your breakout smiles into the breakout rooms were great. I mean, it's nice to have an instructor like you. Thank you so much for that. Number one, the course was very, very comprehensive. I think nothing fancy about it. It was a power-packed course, which had about 8 modalities, each one having their own purpose. So I think in the process of learning, we will be able to, experiment, exercise, and then be able to, become an expert at these things. So it's all in the process. I thank you for the online post support of the course also, because I think somewhere or the other, we are definitely going to get stuck. That is there. But I think the way you pack so much into no frills and fancies, to the point, practical experiences in an online modality. I'm just not an online person. I like one-to-one people connect. I'm in that old school thought, but I shy away from online classes, but I think you broke that barrier for me also with this course, that these can be good courses, the way it's conducted. So I think ICHARS did a great job at that. Techniques, I'd love to experiment with a lot. I love the kinesthetic one, the movement of the energy. That is so simple, yet I love that. The rest, obviously, once I use with my clients, and otherwise, definitely keep giving you feedback over the period of time. Thank you so much, ICHARS, and bye.
Thank you so much.
It was a very insightful course. I learned a lot. I learned many new strategies, and also got the opportunity to practice those techniques you taught us. And it was a pleasure to know all of you. I was like really excited to meet all of you. And because it was a practical course, it helped me develop my practical skills too. Thank you so much. I really like the mindfulness techniques. I'll be using them.
All right. Great.